Not my words. Those were your words. And although I agree with them 100%, 150% as a matter of fact, um, they still came out of your mouth. At some point, somehow, some way, you came to that conclusion yourself. It's a conclusion that I came to a long time ago, but nonetheless, obviously, you see that somewhere along the lines. I don't know if you know what the definition exactly is of a cold hard bitch, but um, as with many of the other things that I've told you, you would be the picture in the dictionary. I mean, Chris, I've told you a million times that I love you to death, and I still do for some reason. I don't know why. After what you put me through, after what you put our kids through, and you can revert all you want and say, no, I fucked us all. I didn't fuck us all. I fucked up. I didn't fuck us all. That's the cold hard truth. You're a cold hearted bitch. The cold hard truth is that I didn't fuck us all. I did fuck up. There's no two ways about it. You have fucked us all. As I've told you, there's three members of this family that are still on board. You're the only you're the odd man out. Not me, not Alex, not Shane. You're the odd man out. And the best is that it's all based on untruths. I've tried to sit and talk to you. I've tried to explain this to you. You never want to give me the time of day. I could explain everything to you in a T. But you, the people that blow smoke up your ass every day, they've all got you believing something else, including yourself. And it's wrong. If your actions were based on Sunset or based on Havenwood, I wouldn't say I wouldn't have a hard time arguing with you. But that was in the past. That was accepted. You're talking about Bellevue, you're barking up the wrong tree because I didn't do anything close to what you think I did. Have made me out to have done anything like that. Did I play by the book? Nah, probably not. But I did not. Not only did I do nothing compared to what I did in the past, I reacted differently than I did in the past. I fought for all of us, which I didn't do in the past. You know that I didn't. At Bellevue, I fought for us. I did the right things. I did what I was supposed to do. I got an attorney, got a bad attorney, but there's no possible way that you can prove that I did the same things at Bellevue that I did at Havenwood or Sunset. Um, I know what I did at those two places. I know it was wrong. I know it was stupid. I know it was idiotic. I know it was irresponsible. And I also know why I did it. Because I was afraid of life. You can laugh at that or you can make fun of that all you want, but that's the honest to God truth. I was afraid of you. I was afraid of life. I was afraid of everything. I didn't want to deal with anything. Simple as that. Not as simple as that, but nonetheless, that's what it is. I made very bad decisions. Right now, you're in the midst of horrible, horrible, horrible decisions. But again, you have your cohorts and your ass kissers that make you feel like you're doing the right thing, and you're not. You haven't done anything right. You've done very little right. And I've told you 100 times before, Chris, that I used to lie a lot. And I don't dispute that. I would try. I lied a ton. But what did I fucking lie about? I lied about money. I lied about bills. Anything money related, I lied about. That was to cover my ass. No two ways about it. If I had a bill that I was supposed to pay and I didn't pay it, yeah, I lied about it and said I did. Not right. Not at all. I don't feel good about it. I'm not proud of myself. But I did what I did. Feel horrible. I've apologized. Um, Nothing I can do to change the past, but that's what I lied about. You never caught me lying about anything else. Never. Money, financially related things, I lied about. But yet, every assessment I've had on you from the two times we were in counseling has been dead on as well. You've got a lot of serious issues, and there's no other reason I do this shit here than because I love you and I care about you. I mean, you have in your head that I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to play games with you. I'm trying to get you to support me or whatever it is you make up in your head. None of that's true. Why would I waste my fucking time on this? Tell me. Because I know what fucking love is. You never have. You lived in a family. You lived in a loveless family. So did I, frankly, well, with the exceptions of my mother. But that being said, you grew up in a family that didn't have a concern for anybody. Not that nobody cared about each other, but you just... I'll never forget the day we got married. Not that I'm big on the parent thing or anything like that. You know that. But you take anybody we know, anybody on the street, take a family feud poll. They get married, they're going to at least call away from home. They're going to call their family and tell them they got married. Not only did you not, you bitched at me for doing the same, for doing as such. It's not normal. You didn't grow up in a normal family, Chris. You didn't grow up in a family with normal feelings. That's for sure. You're gone for 10 days going to get married. Ah, fuck it. We'll talk to you when you get back. That's great. You're all cold-hearted. Your dad specifically. Got zero heart. So, I apologize for having a heart. I apologize for knowing what love is, and I apologize for caring about you. And I also apologize for the things that I did. I didn't do the things to you, per se. I've told you this 100 times. I did it to us as a family. It was not a personal attack on you. Nothing was ever a personal attack on you. I fucked us all, yeah. To what extent? Not to the extent that you can't regroup. Doesn't make it right. But my point is that you seem to think that any of those situations were devastating to our kids, and they weren't. Our kids didn't give two shits, just like I didn't give two shits, because all that matters to them, and all that matters to me is that we're all together. That's it. You, on the other hand, you've got a whole different fucking agenda. You care about your pride. You care about what everybody else fucking thinks about you or me or them or whoever. You never care about what really should matter. And please, don't get me wrong, I am not in any way trying to say, oh, that's cool, you go out and lose house after house after house, and everything should be fine. No. That's not what I'm trying to say at all. I'm trying to say I majorly fucked up. There's no two ways about it. Did I fuck us all? Yeah, to an extent. I did. But as what should always be, I didn't go out on my own for my own personal welfare and do things to I didn't do things to benefit myself as opposed to you or Alex or Shane. Never have. Never have, never would. No way, no how. I've told you 100 times, I'm still going down with the ship. If I fucking you as opposed to fucking us, I'd be sitting footloose and fancy free while you're drowning with the ship. I never did that. I never wanted to benefit myself over you or over them, and I still don't. I have no interest in that whatsoever. You, on the other hand, as much as you deny it to yourself, as much as you don't see the evil in the mirror that you look in, you're out for one person and one person only. That's yourself. Because there's no other alibi that you can come up with. And don't get me for the kids, because that's fucking bullshit. That is complete fucking bullshit. Anything hockey related for those kids, they get from me. I mean, there's, and that's all they do. They don't do anything else, and they don't care to do anything else. That's all they want to do is play hockey. Shane already, from what I've tallied up, just this season, just since August, it's been about $3,800. That's including his dues, that's including his trips, that's including the gas, the tape, the pants, the sticks, the everything. So far, we're just about halfway through the season, if that. It's an expensive venture. And I'm not going to say you haven't paid for anything, but you paid for very little. Maybe, what, $200 for Alex? That's about it. I put in more fundraising hours than you. You haven't paid a dime on chains. Nothing. And I don't care. That's not my point. My point is not to dissuade or not to degrade you for not taking care of it, because I have no problem taking care of it. I'm happy to take care of it. But don't equate fucking $3,800 in hockey fees with a pair of pants at fucking Kohl's or a Coke after a fucking game. Or your fucking rent, for that matter, or your electric bill. Your bills for them over and beyond what you would have if they didn't exist. Maybe a couple $100 a month, if that. Mine for them is already over $700 a month. And that's factual. That's provable. That's etched in stone. It's not a facade. It's not fake. It's not. I drive them to every fucking practice. I drive them to every fucking game. It's lots and lots and lots of fucking money, Chris. Lots of money. Again, right out of your mouth, your good friend, your good faithful friend, by the way, Diana, said to her in our kitchen in Sunset Circle. Again, words that came out of your mouth, not mine. I know that as well. I back it up 100%, 150%. But again, those words came out of your mouth. It's been the story, same story since fucking 1986. Unless you have a material something in hand, you give nobody credit for anything. Whether it's me, your friend, or your boss, or whoever. Without uh, material substances in your hands, means nothing to you. Nothing means anything to you. The only time I ever fucking got any kind of, I mean, and this is since I've known you. The only time I ever get any kind of joy or emotion or affection out of you is when I buy you something substantial. Made you that picture thing. That's nice. That's great. You don't care about anything but yourself, Chris. You don't care what anybody does. All you do with me specifically, all you've ever done is focus on the bad things I do, never the good things. The good things I've done for you, to you, and because of you outweigh the bad probably by 1,000 to 1. But you focus on one instance or those bad instances. That's it. That's all you focus on. That's all you've ever focused on. It's pathetic. It's and I said before that I don't blame you because I know where it comes from. It comes from your father. He's got the same fucking attitude as you do. He's got the same heartless, cold-blooded, fucking evil attitude that you have. You've got the same fucking thing. You don't give two shits what anybody does for you. You want applauded for everything that you do. And all you want is fucking money. All you want is benefit for yourself. That's it. So, to an extent, I don't blame you, but still at the same time, you've heard it enough from me. And again, this reverts back to what I said about that I don't lie about anything but money. And I've never have lied about anything but money. I don't lie. I never lied about my feelings towards you. I've never lied about my thoughts towards you, my thoughts about you, anything like that. So now all of a sudden you want to portray Liar Dave as everything I've ever said is a lie, and you know damn well that's all you've ever fucking caught me doing, caught me lying about is money. That's it. Finances. And again, it's not good. I'm not defending myself, or I'm not trying to defend myself. My point is that outside of that circle of finances, everything I say is true. It's from the heart. It's from experience. It's from knowledge. And realistically, you know this too. I mean, anybody else financially, I could help them out. I can help anybody out with any problem in the world and give them good advice, except for myself when it comes to finances. Not anymore, but that was my case. That was my problem. That was an issue. It was an issue that I tried to keep hidden from anybody, everybody, including you. It wasn't good, but that was it. That was that. When finances end, that ends my dishonesty. That ends my facade. It ends everything. Everything else is real. And you damn well, and you better fucking know that, because if you say anything otherwise, you're a fucking liar. That's for damn sure, because you know that's true. There's no excuse for you to think otherwise, because you have no reasoning for that. But so when I tell you that you mean everything in the world to me, and you roll your eyes, or whatever it is you do, or say yeah right, or make up the excuses you have in your head, you're an ass. You're a complete fucking ass, because you know that's not the truth. Deep down inside, you know that's not the truth. You know that you are everything in the world for me. You always have been. Since the day I met you, you've been everything in the world to me. And for you to think otherwise is just tragic. It really is. It's just uh, it's a thought process that comes from the evil that is your dad's side of the family. It's unfair, and it's heartbreaking. For you to even question my feelings for you is just, you can't begin to imagine how that feels. You've acknowledged in the past that you understand, not necessarily that you agree with or condone anything I did with the other two houses, but you have acknowledged to me that you understand that I did not do any of that to hurt you. Any of it. You've acknowledged that. And I still have it saved, and I can show you exactly where it is if you want to see it. I save it, as you know, I have every fucking text message for the last 3 years saved. I've got every email saved. I've got every Skype conversation saved. I've got it all. You acknowledged that you understand that anything with the first two houses I did not directly do to hurt you. So if you understand that, common sense, I know it's a rare term with you, but common sense would dictate that's eliminated. Not necessarily forgave or forgotten, it's eliminated. Because it was not done to hurt you. And it wasn't. It was done because I'm an idiot. Or I was an idiot. And I've equated a lot of this before to you as a drug addict. You know, because you have your heroines or whatever, and a lot of times you do stupid shit because your mind's not right. Which, again, pretty much what you're doing right now and have been doing for about 2 years now. More than that, 3-4 years now. Because your mind's not right. Your mind's sick. Your mind is demented. And mine was as well. So, and again, I don't lie about anything else. You don't have any idea how much I read about the human psyche now, Chris, and I have for at least 1.5 years now. And you don't know how much I've researched things. And it's funny because through my research, which I take very seriously, and I don't do this stuff, I don't read, I don't research, I don't study this stuff to have a leg up on you or to put you in your place. I study it because I know there's something wrong with you. And I went through 2 counselors, or I have 2 counselors that I talk to, and I tell them the honest to God truth. I don't lie about anything but finances, and I told them both blatantly everything I did with the first 2 houses. And I told them the exact situation with the 3rd house. It's not the same thing. It's not even close to the same thing. I told them the same. I told them everything. I was completely honest with both of them. That's the only way you can do things. I know for a fact with the counseling you went through, it was a shitload of lies because you lie to yourself. I should say you're not honest with yourself, as opposed to lying to yourself. You're not honest with yourself. So you can't get any help that way. You can't get better that way. You can't change anything that way. When you're stuck in your beliefs, which aren't accurate. And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about yourself. You're stuck in the beliefs about yourself that are just horrendously wrong. Wrong. Uh, but anyways, so I'm honest about with my counselors about everything, down to forging checks, down to credit cards, everything. I've told them fucking everything I've done wrong because as concerned as I am about you, I'm as much concerned about myself, and not in an egotistical way. Just because I should have been a better husband and father to you and the kids, and I wasn't. I could have been, should have been a lot better, and I wasn't, and I regret that. And me telling you the shit that's wrong with you does not mean it's not me saying you didn't deserve to be treated better, or I never treated you bad, as much as you might want to believe that as well. But it doesn't deserve you. It doesn't mean you didn't deserve a better circumstances than I created, because you did. And that's, because I tell you that you're mentally not right and you've got issues does not mean I don't love you more than anything, because I do. Um, I couldn't imagine myself being with anybody else. I don't want to be with anybody else. I made no attempt to be with anybody else. I, and again, you believe otherwise, and blah 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 with all the inane shit that goes through your head. But so, anyways, I keep getting off track. But like with the research, with the study, and I've quoted like Dr. Phil. I watch, not that he's the end all or everything, but flat out said one day, any parent that files for child support is too immature to handle their own problems. I don't necessarily agree with that, because there are certain situations that there's no other choice for a mature adult. So, that being said, in your circumstance, I agree with them 100%. It's immaturity and it's egotism. That's all. That's all it boils down to. Um, you're you've accused me of being a deadbeat dad, which is about as far from the truth as you can possibly get. There's nobody that fucking knows us, except for the people that you've weaved into your web. And even I guarantee you, if I were to talk to Diane, she would agree with me as well, because she does anything she can to kiss your ass. I guarantee you that. I mean, it goes both ways too. She says shit behind your back, she says shit behind my back, but at the same time, when it comes to the kids, there's you might get Jen in your pocket, you might get your dad in your pocket. That's about it, because your dad's fucking pissed off because our kids don't hunt. So whatever he can do to get my kids away from me, that's fine in his book. That's how you people work. You're manipulative, and you do the same fucking thing. But I mean, you take anybody else that knows us. I mean, talk to the hockey world, talk to the hockey family, see what they think about your deadbeat dad accusation. The guy that's at the rink fucking 5 days a week with his kids. The guy that pays for everything for their hockey world, the hockey life. Right? Ask Brian. Oh, Brian. Must be hurting for friends, because I talk to Brian better than anybody you fucking hang out with. I can guarantee you that. Anyway, that's off the point. But you talk to anybody. I mean, there's nobody that knows me that doesn't know I hang out with my kids constantly. And I love my kids. There's very few people that you can honestly say spend more time with their kids than I do, as far as recreation goes. It's just, I mean, it's just a satanic. It's not satanic. It's just such an irresponsible, fucking ludicrous, immature, childish, egotistical. I mean, there's so many words for an accusation like that. It's disgusting. I mean, you really should blow your fucking head off for saying something like that. It's just awful. These kids get more knowledge from me in a week than they've gotten from you in a lifetime, Chris. And I'm not trying to pick on you, but they they learn a shitload from me because I mean, self-admittedly, as for yourself, you're book smart. You know your job. I know what goes on in the world. You don't. You don't watch the news. You don't read the paper, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. But the point is that I do. I know what happens. I know where the Bobby Orr's from. I know where Wayne Gretzky's from. I know where fucking Terry Bradshaw's from. I know shit like that. Stupid shit, yeah, nonetheless. But they learn a lot of this shit from me. What do they learn from you? How to beat people up? How to yell at people? How to treat people like shit? That's what they learn from you. Alex admittedly has learned that from you. You know that. Deadbeat dad, are you fucking kidding me? Well, every pair of pants they wear was bought by me or probably your mother. 9 out of the last 10 restaurants they've been to have probably been with me, not you. And it's irrelevant. That stuff is irrelevant, but don't even fucking... I mean... Just fucking ridiculous, Chris. I mean, you know how stupid you sound. You know how hurtful that is to me, because I'll sit and play games with my fucking kids for 4 hours straight. Granted, it's video games, but whatever. That's what they want to do, and I'm fine with that. I don't care. When we were all together, I used to try to play video games with them, and you'd bitch at us all for fucking doing nothing. Because you're working. If you're working, nobody else can have fucking fun. So when I'm hanging out with my kids, I get bitched at, and then I get accused of being a deadbeat dad. And the best is what, like 3 or 4 months ago, you actually condescended to say that I spoil them. You don't see any issues with a mental problem here with yourself at all. I've heard on every subject, I hear every end of the spectrum. Every fucking end of it. If you honestly believe deep down in your heart that I'm a deadbeat dad, you're one whacked out chick. And that's not a chick I want my kids around. Total ignorance. It's total 100% ignorance. You've always had an irresponsible attitude. Not that you are irresponsible. You're responsible, as we both know, when it comes to one thing. That's money. That's it. With your actions, your attitude, you're completely irresponsible. You're completely ignorant. You don't read people. You don't know how to react with people. Hold on. Any thoughts? I'm just reading emails about the TJ and Rick. I don't know why TJ is worried about the January schedule already. So thanks. Hold on. Here we go. Just like the text I sent you today about them. Unbelievable. Just like the text I sent you today about the State College buying ice closer to them, they're trying to do the same thing with us. All right. This is part one of probably like 10, so I will. I gotta call Rick back, so I'll give you this part to start with. But there's a lot more to go. Okay? Talk to you in a bit.